right, guys, our Thursday Olympic lifting strength, we're working on cleans. So this is going to be 6 sets every 2 minutes, a common rep scheme that we've been doing. So here's how it's going to be today. We're going to start from the floor. Chest is pulled up. You're going to do a power clean. You're going to bring it back to your hips and then do a hang power clean. And from here, we're going to do 2 push jerks. So from the legs, drive, catch, stand up, bring the bar back down, reset yourself, another push jerk. Okay, so you're going to do that 4 movement complex every 2 minutes for 6 sets, building in weight as you go. Okay, so a quick review. Remember, when the bar starts from the floor, take your time to get a good setup. The feet are right under your hips, always pulling that chest up. Okay, nice flat back, slow past the knees, big jump at the hips, and fast elbows. Okay, bring it back to the hips. You always readjust your feet again, nice tall chest, and jump, fast elbows, and stand. Now, when you go overhead, if you're brand new to the jerk and the weight's not that heavy, you can do a push press, but I really want you to focus on using your legs. And so a push press is just a dip and drive. So you're driving from the legs and helping the arms out, bring it back down, dip, and drive. So that's the easiest way if you're just learning how to use your legs to create power. The push jerk, it's the same start, except you're going to catch the bar in that partial squat position, arms are locked out, and you finish by standing up. If you have really tight shoulders, the push jerk can be hard. I'm cool with you also doing a split jerk, a little more challenging with the foot, but easier for the shoulder. So these are ways you can play. Listen to the coach on this one, but build up as you go. That's our strength. Let's talk about conditioning. All right, guys, we have a fun, short workout with some heavy weight in it. We don't do that often. It's going to be pretty simple. 200-meter run, 10 burpees over the bar. The big piece of this will be 10 power cleans prescribed at a heavier weight. Again, this is kind of different for everybody, but 185 for the guys and 125 for the women. And then after you finish those 10 reps, you do the 10 burpees over the bar again, 200-meter run. 6-minute time cap. So this is meant to be fast, challenging you with performing those cleans under a little bit of fatigue. Okay, so obviously we're doing cleans in the strength, so you should have some idea of what's going to feel moderately heavy here. But these will be performed as single reps, so for most people, I should say. So the idea here is you're going to step up to the bar, set yourself up, heavy weight, you're tired, pull, and then you're going to drop the bar, catch your breath, reset, and step up to the bar to bang out those single reps. Drop it. Okay, so depending again on the weight that you do will depend how long you have to rest. The strongest athletes will be able to hold on to the bar, but for most people it'll be, as I was just showing you, if you're strong enough or the weight's light, you can hold on to the bar and do a few reps in a row like that, okay? The only other thing to discuss is burpees over the bar. Does not say it has to be bar facing, so you're going to be parallel to the floor. Main thing is a 2-footed jump over the bar, 10 reps, okay, on each end of that. But short, fun workout, challenge yourself with weight, and have fun with it. Let's talk about our finisher. All right, guys, we got some gymnastic strength cool down. So this is for quality. 3 movements. The first one's going to be a single arm hang for 10 to 20 seconds each arm. Now, a little trick here, when you start the movement, start with your hands closer together. So then you release one hand, you won't swing very much. So it makes it less dynamic. So watch, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I do a regular grip and I release one hand, I swing, right? But if I start with my hands close together, right, and I release one hand, I'm not going to swing nearly as much, okay? The grip here is a great chance to learn that good, deep gymnastics grip. You don't want to be in your fingertips. You want to really get that nice, deep grip. So you'll see like kind of a slight bend in the wrist. That's the strongest position, right? 10 to 20 seconds on each side. If that's hard for you, you can hang both hands for a longer period of time. So 20 to 40 seconds total, hanging both hands. From there, we're going to go to a headstand leg lower. This is an interesting movement. So if you're not comfortable with the balance portion of this, meaning you're concerned about falling on your back, you can use the wall as a spotter. So set up a pad for your head. Okay, that tripod position where the hands are slightly behind the pad. You start in the base of a headstand, right? So my forearms are vertical, and now ideally I lift my legs up to a headstand. If you can do this without touching the wall, that's great, but the wall's there if you feel like you're going to fall over. Then you control back to the ground, touch, and lift. Really cool exercise, figuring out how to hinge the hip while you're upside down. So if that's hard for you, two easier versions. One is the straddle. So if you put your legs wide, this makes it easier to lift your legs up and back down. Okay? Or even easier is going to be to bring your knees into your chest and just roll yourself up and back down. Okay? If you're comfortable, you can do this away from the wall, out in free space. Okay? The last thing, the last gymnastic strength accessory is the ring V out. So you're going to want the rings a little bit lower for this. So just like our ring row when we're doing pulls, the angle of your body is going to make this easier or harder. So I'll start in kind of an easier position. So my arms are straight from the beginning of the movement to the end. Arms never bend. I'm going to lean out. My arms are in a V, pressing down into the rings, and then pulling them back. So that hard position is that extension I'm pressing down. So if I were to back my feet up a little bit, right, now the angle is going to be significantly harder, okay? And just working on that kind of lat engagement, pressing, and really engaging the core. That's for 10 reps. So play around with that one. If you're not comfortable with the ring V out, you can get a similar experience doing the classic barbell ab rollout as well. So those are our 3 movements for our finisher. Have fun, guys. See you tomorrow.